CHS Group Orientation, Module 1, Section 2, Procedures. Calling off or shift switches. If you need a day off for personal reasons, notify your manager at least 2 weeks in advance so they can adjust the schedule. However, if you need a day off and you decide this in less than 2 weeks' notice, staff are always expected to find their own replacement unless there is a documented emergency such as hospitalization. Notify the manager as soon as you have found someone to fill in before the shift begins. Phone numbers of staff are provided at each site. Replacement staff must be trained, a current CHS employee, and will not accrue overtime if they work the requested shift. If you have questions, ask management, not coworkers. The replacement staff is responsible for all duties of the original staff unless there is management consensus before the shift starts. Activities in the community. We love activities, but make sure the client has enough money for the outing. Get manager approval for any activity costing more than $20 and is more than 10 miles away. The manager will want to know where you're going, what you're going to do, and when you're going to return. At that time, the staff and manager can make arrangements regarding client funds to pay for activities. Save and turn in all receipts for staff and client. Staff can get reimbursed for activities if the client doesn't have enough cash on site, but does have the funds available. Staff are not to borrow money or other client property. For transportation, staff can transport clients in their own vehicles, in agency vehicles, or they can use the public bus system. We prefer the method that gives the clients the most independence. If you use your own vehicle, CHS will reimburse your mileage. Please see your manager for instructions. Staff must sign out vehicles when using a company van. Please see your manager for instructions. Make sure the gas tank is full, a corporate card is provided, and you must get receipts, and that you know where the insurance and registration are located. The client and staff must wear seat belts in company and personal vehicles. There is no smoking in company vehicles. Staff can pass medication only after they have completed medication training. Staff must match prescriptions on site to the label on the med bottle to the medication administration record. Give meds to one client at a time to help prevent giving the wrong medications. Monitor clients while they take their meds and document all meds that the client actually swallowed. If there is a medication error, for example, the client took the wrong medication, they refused their medication, or they took the wrong dosage, call your supervisor in poison control. Follow the directions of poison control. Document on an incident report exactly what happened. If the medication falls to the floor, destroy it with a witness by flushing it down the toilet. Document on the back of the medication log sheet what happened. Sleeping or leaving shift. Sleeping during any shift or leaving shift which changes the required staff-to-client ratio or grounds for disciplinary action, including termination. If you need to leave shift due to a personal emergency, staff must notify management and receive permission before leaving the property. If a staff leaves a client who requires supervision for health and safety reasons unattended, they will be terminated immediately. Waiting in your car for the next shift to come on duty is considered not attending to your client. Phone use. Staff are expected to use client phones for client business only. Staff's personal phone conversations need to be handled at home. Frequent and lengthy conversations can be viewed as neglect and may result in termination. Ongoing client complaints of staff talking and texting throughout the shift may result in the same. Any phone costs that can be tracked to a staff as personal will be deducted from the staff's paycheck, and a disciplinary action will be written. Client, heat, and food. Consumers pay for all the food, heat, water, electricity out of their own money, which for the most part they don't have a lot of. Therefore, please do not eat their food or raise the heat or air conditioner excessively. Contacting your supervisor. Contact your supervisor when you have questions or concerns about your job, the clients, etc. Any contact during off hours, which is anything beyond Monday through Friday 8 to 5, need to be limited to emergencies only. Emergencies are defined as attendance concerns of staff. For example, if staff didn't show up for a shift, staff need to leave a shift due to a personal emergency, or they need to notify a manager of a potential switch shift or replacement staff. Significant illness or injury to the staff or client is another reason for contacting your supervisor. Removal from home. CHS honors all requests from client or client's family for a staff to be removed from the worksite. In the event that this occurs and it is not due to poor staff performance, CHS will make every effort to find hours at another home. If the removal is due to poor staff performance, the staff will receive a disciplinary action up to termination. If the staff requests to be removed from a worksite, CHS will remove them and require staff to document the request. CHS may not have hours elsewhere to place the staff. Active treatment. You'll see the term active treatment in the next sections on a typical shift. It's important that you understand the concept. Active treatment means assisting, teaching, and supporting a person to master and complete all tasks that they are capable of doing themselves. If our people are to become independent and proud of their abilities, they must learn how to do things instead of staff doing things for them. Typical day shift. Most likely day shifts will occur on the weekend or holidays only because the rest of the time people will be at school or at their day program. If you work days, Monday through Friday, you'll probably spend your time taking your people to doctor's appointments, to work, or to grocery stores. Typical things you need to do on weekend days are assist the resident in the morning routine, like making the bed, hygiene stuff, getting dressed, breakfast. You also will assist your residents in learning to clean the house. You might be assisting your residents with daytime activities. Sitting around watching TV or isolating in the rooms is something that's not acceptable. Help them develop hobbies, projects, arts and crafts. Have them go out for a walk and take visits in the community. Staff taking a resident in the community so that they can run personal errands is a disciplinary problem. It can get you terminated. Staff on day shift might also pass medication. They will consistently role model mature and responsible behavior, and they will complete all necessary documentation. Typical afternoon shift. As residents begin coming home from school or day programming, staff will need to be available to welcome them home for the day and set the tone for the rest of the evening. Some of the things that staff do on afternoon shift are assisting the clients with cleaning the house. They help the clients with making dinner and cleaning up. They assist the clients in doing some sort of evening activity, including things like hobbies, projects, arts and crafts, going for a walk, going to the movies, etc. Taking residents out in the community so that you can run your own personal errands can get you disciplined and even terminated. Assist residents with personal hygiene, like brushing their teeth, taking a shower, clipping nails, etc. Assist the resident with going to bed routine. Pass medication. Role modeling mature and responsible behavior is a part of every shift, as is documenting appropriately. Typical midnight shift. The most difficult thing to do on midnights is to stay awake. Sleeping is considered a recipient rights violation and can get you disciplined and or terminated. Typical things staff need to do on midnights include cleaning, laundry, some deep cleaning like taking care of the refrigerator, cleaning the oven or cupboards. Staying awake is still the most important thing. Check on the resident every hour or so just to make sure they're sleeping well and there aren't any issues. Assist the resident with their morning routine, like making their bed, dressing, personal hygiene, breakfast, and packing a lunch. Pass medication if necessary. Role modeling mature and responsible behavior is a part of every shift, and documentation is a part of every shift.